Right, we've uncovered the T5 V70. It hasn't done too bad under the cover. It's a little bit damp here and there, as you can probably see. It's going to want a bit. It's going to want a new front spoiler on it. We knew that anyway. It was parked up because I think if I remember rightly, the slave cylinder, the clutch slave cylinder, had a little bit of a leak on it. So once every 2 or 3 weeks, I'd have to top it up when the light came on. I think that was one of the reasons why I took it off the road, I think, to actually get it done. So the idea of it was this one comes off the road, which it did do, to put the silver 850 on the road. So we've refurbished that one. The idea to do this one is to refurbish this one as well. So it's normally what I tend to do. I start from the back, work to the front, as in everything gets done, the discs, the brakes, the shoes. Have a look at the shocks, a look condition of what's going on underneath the back there, take it all off, give it a bit of a scrub down with a like electric drill with a wire brush on it, or the angle grinder with a wire brush on it, seems to be a bit stronger. Give it all a bit of a clean up, rub it all down, give it a bit of undercoating, and then give it a bit of spraying. That makes it all look nice and neat and tidy, and you'll be surprised at the results that come out for just a lot of effort but a little bit of money. So this is what we're all about, keeping these cars on the road for as little as possible. It sounds like you're trying to skimp and scrape on the bits, but for the price of a couple of tins of spray paint and a bit of sandpaper or something like that, or a drill, wire brush drill, you clean up one of them discs and a brake caliper and you give it a bit of a spray up, and it looks like you've just bought it all brand new. And it stays like it basically. It does deteriorate after a while because it's only spray paint. But if you do it properly, it does last quite a long time, and it all looks nice and neat inside the alloys. And it's, when you present it for MOT, it looks like you've cared for it and you've been working on it. So you know, it all helps. So yeah, that's basically what we do. Start from front to back, and then do the interior last. So whatever needs doing in the interior, whether it needs cleaning, which probably does, especially the back end, inside the rear hatch there. I know for a fact it's going to want some new struts because the hatch has started dropping down, which is quite common for a car this age. But that's minimal. I think they're only about 30 odd, 40 odd quid I think for the pair, and that's minimal really to keep that up. Better than sticking a stick. Yeah. Just to keep it up like I'm doing at the minute, keeping a stick on it so it don't shut down on me.
Temporary solution.
Yeah, temporary solution, yeah, just to get around things. But yeah, so yeah, there's another one sort of ready to be on the refurbished list. So once I've done them all, you can keep on top of them all then. Generally what I do, I run a car for sometimes 6 months to a year, take one off the road when the tax is up or something like that. If I tax it for 6 months, I'll swap it over to another one, use that one. So you know, you get the best of all worlds really. You can use, it's like you've just gone and got another car because you're back in the car that you was in maybe a year ago, and it sort of brings back good fond memories. So yeah, that's generally what we do. Right, let's see if we can give this one a start. This one's sat here probably about the same length as the green one 850
over there.
So we'll see what we got on this one. Oh, gonna start up after. Smells a bit musty in here as well actually, to guys.
Yeah.
See what we got. Here we go. Starts up like you just parked it. A little bit of tapping there when you first start up, but it's dry in it. So
it's bound to get, like we said, the green one's bound to get something.
We're gonna get something, yeah. Yeah, so
have a little walk around the car. Got all the old extras because that's what we like. Little V70 T5, got tow bar, towing obviously, but just a little bit cold, that's all. But yeah. Look under the bonnet.
Yeah, let's have a look, see InShot. Again, it's another cleaner. Glossy and shiny. We'll be back here. Currently about 320 brake definitely clean it.
It needs a turbo fluffer.
Yeah, definitely need a turbo on it. And I've got another front bumper to go on it. Even though there's nothing wrong with that one, it's got a big disc on it, so
Integrated spoiler, isn't it?
spoiler. See this one's been in the wars a little bit.
Blame the speed bumps.
Yeah, bumps. Not the driver.
Just the speed bumps. This one also has sunroof, which is what I like for summer. Got wooden slash leather interior, like got wooden centre bits. But, got another steering wheel. Is that wooden one? Yeah, it's got wood from there all across. But you'll see that in future videos. But once again, can't really slate anything in here. But there's a new bumper. They'll be fitting at a later date. But no damage whatsoever. Yeah. Probably have one of these radios going into the green 850, because these radios are ideal for what we use them for anyway. Obviously music, calls and stuff, and it fits perfect inside the slot, so yeah. Good. There's no damage whatsoever, no scuffs, nothing. Safe to say, it's in really good nick for the age of the car. 27 years old, so yeah, it's brilliant. But as they say, one project at a time. Beautiful colour.
Yeah, I like the colour. A new one had to go on as well.
Yes, got a new one of them. We have got the parts ready, it's just finding the time to do it all. Because we've got a few other things that...
Plenty of projects.
Yeah, got a few to do. Got a few toys to play with, haven't we?
Good idea. Just need time to play with them.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, so out the two, we'll get the green one home first.
Get the green one home. Work on that one, get that on the road. Like I said, on the passenger side there's no damage whatsoever. There's a little stretch in the seats, but you're bound to get that as it's leather, but can't really fault the car whatsoever. But same goes for the back really. You can't really see it at the minute as we have got the new front bumper, but it's done as well, this car.
It's seen off a lot of competition.
Indeed it has.
Hasn't it?
Yeah. When we go to the car shows, we end up being the star of the show, which is always appreciated. But yeah, it's a beautiful car. I believe this was your second Volvo, wasn't it? Second or third, because you did have two to choose from.
Yeah, I bought two together, both in this colour, both exactly the same car. Both T5s, one was auto, one was a manual. Had to make a choice out of the two, which one I was going to keep, which one I was going to scrap, because they were both in bad condition. Literally really bad condition. This one I think was used as a decorator's builder's car, so you can imagine what the back was looked like. Seats were permanently down, the back was just filled with crap. There was even paint on the front dash, so you know it really was in a bad condition. The other T5, the auto one, which was the same as this, I also bought as well. Dented front wings, smashed lights, indicators, all that sort of stuff. Dented back rear, offside wheel arch. That was in a worse mess than what this one was. So I weighed up the pros and cons, thinking obviously the manual's got to be better than the auto. Sadly, I had to break the auto. But parts off the auto, what I needed for this, everything came off the other one. So I literally didn't have to buy anything for this car, because what was bad on here was good on the auto that I scrapped. So parts from that came onto here, which made this 100%. So
a bit like what we have this car for.
A bit like what the V70 is sitting there for. As I say, this is not what we're all about. We're not into breaking them. We don't want to break them. If anything, we bring them back from death's door, from death, and put them back on the road. This is what we sort of do.
It's just sometimes you get left with no choice.
Sometimes when things happen, yeah, you get left with no choice. It's a shame about that V70. It was blowing smoke and all sorts of stuff. The oil leak was bad. It needed the engine coming out and changing and all that sort of stuff. And a big scratch down the side because someone had keyed it. Not while I had it, but I bought it like that.
But it has definitely helped us in the past.
Yeah, but one day it just decided not to run, and that was the end of it. It just didn't want to run. You come down and start it up, it'd run for half an hour and then cut out, and it'd never start again. You come down another month, it wouldn't start. You come down another month, and it would run. So you could never trust it. So it was one of them things, you either go throw loads of money at it, take it to an auto electrician or something, but you guarantee it'll be working when they get it, and they can't find nothing wrong with it. I'll get it back home, and it won't want to start. So it's one of them things. So in the end, I had to make a decision and go, well, it's a source of parts, exactly, which was needed for the others, as you can see on that when we show that a bit later on.
It is still put to good use in the long run. Just doesn't drive, unfortunately, but like Chris said, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
But we're in no means, we don't buy them to break them, we buy them to revive them. Don't have any more room or time to buy anymore.
No.
But
driveway's already
what
full.
we've got, we're keeping and making good.
Yeah, exactly that.
So, yeah. Right, let's give it a run around. I was going to watch that one, but it wasn't too bad under the cover. Hey?
Very damp.
It smells a bit musty in here, doesn't it?
Your gear stick's very like slippery and a bit
Yeah.
wet.
I did put a cover inside there. Yeah, I'll leave the cover off. Inside there, yeah. In a sec.
What do I get for that?
Yeah, I'm just watching this side. Spinning around, reverse up to the gate and then bring it back down. Yeah, just get the rust off the old brake discs. Still as I can. I've had this car about 5-7 years, somewhere around there. Sure, those cars never let me down, never. I've had to do a flat battery here and there, but it's never ever let me down, this car. I would trust that car to take me anywhere, at any time, without a problem. I wouldn't even be thinking about them. Will it get me there or won't it get me there? I just know it'll get me there.
Brakes are a bit grimy.
Yeah, they're going to be, aren't they? Gonna give it another run, up and down, yeah? When you come back down, stop a little bit harder, yeah?
Well, what, with the handbrake or?
No, I'll do the foot brake for now and then we'll do the handbrake in a minute, yeah? Typical Volvo handbrake.
Right, we're back home from farm now. We've got my 850 on the ramp with all four wheels off. As you can see, we're just about to go down to the tyre shop to get a full set of tyres, which have been loaded up into that 850 there. So when we get back, we can put them back on my car and I'll have a good set of tyres to drive on, unlike what I've got already, which are a little bit bad, but yeah.
Right, we're just about to go and get some tyres now, get them for Aiden's car. We've got the tyres loaded up.
Got them all loaded up in the back.
In the back, as you can see. And then another step towards getting his 850 on the road. He does need a new set of tyres. He's got carbuncles in them and splits and all the rest of it going on from the previous owner, and I wonder who that was. Yeah, all right, we won't go there then. But yeah, okay, we'll catch up a bit later. Right, down at the tyre shop. All four tyres in there. There we are. Just about to go and get them done. See you next time. Right, we're back home. We've got 4 new tyres. Ready for Aiden's 850.
One at a time.
Yeah. Another 2 are in there.
Try not to catch my finger today.
There you go. Remember how to put the wheel on, can you? Remember how to put the wheel on, can you?
Because it's got that groove thing. Bingo.
Here's my V70R.
Soon to be mine.
No chance. Here's my C70, which possibly could be getting rid of at some point. Don't know what to do with that yet. The wife was driving it. She's now driving the S70. So that's a bit of a surplus car at the minute. Don't really know what to do with that. We'll have a think about that one. And then what we do, we'll show you once it's all done.